Okay, come here. Okay, so Paws man back. We're out doing our walk. I showed you the entrance coming in here. Today I want to talk about, this is my long version of the Paws man, which I'm going to be doing once a week. And I hope you're interested on our journey together, especially Ken Mangailey, because I have a lot of stories to tell you, and then with the Paws man. What I want to talk to you about today, come on guys, come here, come here. Come say hi to the camera. Come here, come say hi to the camera, come here, okay? You know, again, when it comes to they want to walk, they don't want to look at any camera, they're just here, I want to walk, dad. But what I want to talk about here in increments, we're going to mix it all up today, is my journey starting with dogs. And my father was an airplane mechanic and a pilot, and we had an old dirt strip out on the homestead of my grandfather, and he made it into a runway, and he brought vintage airplanes in, which today I'm going to show you a picture. The reason why I'm doing that today, because I'll have a story about on Ken Mangailey about planes and how I grew up and how I played in them. But today I want to talk about the dogs and how our German Shepherd used to chase the airplanes if we didn't lock him up properly. And one day one of them got caught and got his skull cut open, and he lived. But where I'm going with this is it's so important that you maintain your dogs to a point where the safety is so important. And I've never had an instant where I had a problem with the dogs chasing vehicles. They chase cats, of course, and other dogs. But I'm very lucky that way. Now, do I think my dogs would help me if I was in an altercation with somebody trying to rob me? No. Are my dogs intimidating at my house? I don't lock my doors. I'm in Thailand. I'm in a gated community. I don't lock my doors. The reason why is because everyone's scared of my dogs. Now, they're scared of my dogs, not because they growl at them and want to chase them. They're scared of my dogs because Rico, he howls. Okay, he's very, very loud, and he howls very loud. And he's a good boy, aren't you? A good boy? Yeah, you are. He's a good boy. And he's very intimidating. Now, there has been instances which I've told you about before, but no one wants to see your ass. Come on, move. No one wants to see your ass. Hey, okay, so again, these dogs don't listen very well. But anyhow, um, I want to tell people that you got to watch what you get dogs for. My dogs are for my pleasure and my pet, and they're my best friends. I don't hang around a lot of people, and that's why the dogs are in my life. What I want to say is, I got a call, a line, or a messenger the other day from a very good friend of mine. I've known for probably over 40 years, and her sons are in their mid 20s, and they're very big boys. They're probably, I don't know, 6'3", 6'4", maybe even taller. And the youngest boy was with his, I do believe it's a bull terrier, something along those lines, but it's just still a puppy and it needs to be trained. And he had an altercation with three young men that came after him and had knives. Now, in a perfect scenario, the dog could be his protector. But the thing is, guys, you have to train your dogs to do that. It's not the dog. And in some instances, the dog would be your protector, right? If another dog came along and you got your dogs on a leash, it's going to growl back at the dogs. But when three guys come at you with knives, what's the best thing to do? The best thing to do is take your dog and run. Now, he ran. No, I'm sorry, he didn't run, and he fought them, and he got hurt, and obviously he hurt those men too. But the point is, he could have got stabbed, and the dog could have got killed, and both scenarios are terrible. Luckily, he got some bruises. The dog never got hurt, but the dog was confused what was happening. You know, it takes lots of training and going to training schools if you want your dog to be your protector and you want them to, move on to command and not have people by you. So, unless you have a lot of time, I wouldn't suggest it. But I had other instances where that my dogs I thought would be my protector too, and it didn't happen. So what I just want to talk to you briefly about today is our dogs are our best friends. I had much larger dogs. I had one dog that was 63 kilo, and which is about 142 pounds, and his name was Teddy Bear. Now, everyone was scared of Teddy Bear too, but everyone loved Teddy Bear. Every time everyone seen Teddy Bear, if you walked up to him, he'd pee himself, just like Rico does too sometimes when you don't leave him out of the house. They can be the cutest things. They can be intimidating, but let's face it, they're not guard dogs, okay? It takes a lot of time to make a dog as a guard dog. So if I can give anyone some good advice, just have them as your pets and do give them the training. And when you're in a situation where somebody's attacking you or going after you, I take tail and run. You know what? It's always best to talk about a story another day than be a brave man and try to protect yourself, your dog. For me, it would be protecting my dog. Now, I have been in Thailand for many years, and I did have a scenario. I was with one of my dogs, not one of these two. Her name was Diva, and we were in Bangkok at night, and the taxi drivers tried to play a game with me, and that they pulled in front of me, pulled behind me, and I got around them, and I took off, and they were chasing me. And the game was they were going to say that I hit them. I ran into them, and they wanted money. Well, the long short of the story is they chased me through Bangkok, and my only concern was to get out of there with my dog. I didn't want them to hurt a dog. There was 3 people, and I ended up smashing into curbs, running into a taxi, and I thought I hid in a parkade. And when I got into the parkade, they found me, okay? Now, nothing good can come about this, but lucky for me, I had money in my pocket. So I got out of the vehicle, I had my dog, and they said, don't touch my dog. And they just go, money, money, money. So I had 20,000 Thai baht on me, which is I think about 800 Canadian. I gave it to them and they left me alone. Now, at the time I was married and I phoned my wife and she said, don't worry about it, I'll get a hold of the insurance company. I said, what about police? They said, police won't do nothing. We found out from the insurance company that this happens all the time, like a little bit of a cat and mouse, cause an accident and pay them out. So again, they never touched my dog, and that was the main thing. I didn't want them to kill my dog because my dog doesn't know what's going on. So when you have animals, don't assume the animal is going to protect you. So this is my first new thing what I'm doing with my longs and still 3 shorts of dogs the Paws man every week, and this is my first long one. So I have many more stories to tell you, but again, train your dogs, protect your dogs, and just don't think the dog's going to protect you because it doesn't know what's going on. And dogs, they only want to love, they only want to be fed, and there's very, very seldom that they actually know what's going on when there's altercation. Okay, and just live another day to tell a story. That's all I want to say is because we like talking about our dog stories and we love our dogs, but the end of the day is our dogs don't know that much, and all they know is love from us. So please, if I can say anything good about this video today, this long video on YouTube, just protect your dogs because they love you and they want to protect you, but they don't understand what's going on. Thank you very much.